what makes me sad and still, and why my brow is darkened like clouds upon a hill. Run in your ponies closer, I'll tell to you a tale of Utah Carroll, my partner, and his last ride on the trail. We rode the range together and rode it side by side. I loved him like a brother, and I wept when Utah died. We were rounding up one morning, work was nearly done, when on his side the cattle broke in a frightened run. Underneath the saddle, the boss's daughter rode. Utah that very morning had placed a bright red robe, that the saddle might ride easy, pulling o'er his little friend. And it was this red blanket that brought him to his end. The blanket was now dragging behind her on the ground. The frightened cattle saw it and they rushed in with a bound. The northern saw her danger and leaning in her place, tried to catch the blanket and tie it to its place. But in leaning lost her balance, fell in front of that wild tide. Lie still and know I'm coming were the words that Utah cried. His faithful pony saw her, reached her with a bound. I thought he'd been successful and raised her from the ground. But the weight upon the saddle had not been felt before. The back cinch snapped like thunder and he fell by Lenore. Then picking up the blanket, he waved it o'er his head and started across the prairie. Lie still and know, he said. When he got the stampede turned and saved his little friend, he turned to face the cattle and meet his fatal end. His 6-gun flashed like lightning, the report rang loud and clear as the cattle rushed